No, God wants me to make content, so we're going to make content today. Uh, Yesterday we have Taste of Syracuse, and I could talk about a lot of things that happened. But you go watch anyone's channel and watch any video on it, you're gonna get, oh yeah, there's thousands of people, there's food, there's music, yada yada. What I want to talk about? I want to talk about the one preacher dude. Everyone knows these preacher dudes. They got the sign, and they're broadcasting, and they can't stand in the event because they get kicked out, so they stand like the block over. And so I met this one yesterday. I've had like a mixed bag with these people. There's a preacher that would yell when in my college. There's a preacher that would yell at women and tell them, you're going to hell because you wear pants. That's one half. And there's others that I've met that are like genuinely awesome people that just want to spread, how they found their happiness, how they found happiness through love and this transformative process through, their life, their experiences. And so I came to this guy, and I say, oh, it said Jesus on his sign. So I'm like, oh yeah, I know Jesus. I was him for 7 years. And then he asked me, who are you now? I'm Satan. It's 10 times better. And it turns out like he's one of the non-judgmental people. I want to say let's not go into it. It's a waste of time. But what I know what was I talking about? We needed to talk about duality. It's the real important thing we need to talk about is duality. Like he was, talking. He had this, huge story about how he, was this big partier, and then he found Jesus Christ because of some miraculous, event happened, and that was how he found his virgin wife. He wanted to make it very apparent that he found his virgin wife through the Christianity. Like he talked about like his virgin wife, like a used car salesman talks about extended warranties. Like this, it's like this is the best thing you got about your church is that it allows you to manipulate good women. Like what? And so, in a totally not, staged and scripted event, because, that's what my life is, just the fucking Truman Show. An old friend from high school comes up and she asks, hey, she asked the preacher dude, hey, do you need any water? And he said, no, I've been fine. I've been here for 3 hours, yada yada. And then she turns to me and like says, if you're thirsty, I'll be over there with the music, drinking beer, because I'm a heathen like that. It's like, okay, this is literally how some people fucking think. You either had to be a good, Christian, forsaking all pleasures of the flesh, or you are a complete heathen who, cannot go 4 minutes without masturbating. Like, what is this shit? It's like I was writing an article about how duality completely limits our ability to perceive the ineffable because it attaches us to our identity, which we define through language, and language cannot describe the ineffable reality. It's always going to be you're just drawing a line in the sand, and if you think in dualistic terms, you're going to be you think that everything falls neatly on this completely arbitrary division of reality. It's we need to actually think, because that's how we're being controlled. You got to be either liberal or a conservative, Democrat or a Republican. You have to be good or evil. It's no, there's shades of gray. The world is shades of gray, and you can't. Talking with the preacher dude, it became apparent there's just no way I can reach this guy, because he believes there's an absolute language that it's a fallacy that I started with, that I was going to create this perfect text that would teach anyone that read it exactly the truth, and it completely defies, ignores our the relativity of our culture. Each of us has, an operating system that is based on some initial assumptions that we adopt, that we inherit from our, culture, our family, our community, our society. And if we're not, conscious of this, we're going to think that whatever we, are raised to believe, that the things we believed as a child are like absolute truths about reality. Like it's just it, it's unbecoming of being human. We have to, think and realize that we are fallible. All of us are fallible. I'm fallible. The thing I should end on is this preacher dude. He was a stone Buddha. He found the truth. He had the truth. And therefore, he stopped walking on his journey to find God.